Councilmember Brown Clark.
We had a public hearing on June 12th. This is for storage. This is rezoning for outdoor storage. They'll keep the property along Holmes as F commercial to keep it consistent with the other properties in the area. And they confirmed that they will allow for open and covered parking. If necessary, they will, along Holmes there will remain a strip of green where they utilize for storm detention, and if required, there'll be a fence that's decorative that will be a buffer between the sidewalk and the business. There was a public hearing on June 12th. There was not any concerns that were identified at that point in time, so therefore I move this ordinance for passage.
Are there any comments? Councilmember Hussein.
Just very quickly, I want to speak to Mr. Todd Clark, who owns this. He, if you've been down South MLK and you've looked at the old Ford location, you will understand he paid very close attention to detail and really did far more than he ever needed to with the original development. When you're talking about enhancing curbside appeal, when you're talking about being a good neighbor, he's done a fantastic job. Further, he is actually contracting to take care of several vacant properties in the area. He's actually engaged our economic development team to look at potential economic initiatives and incentives for the entire corridor to try to move that corridor forward. So he has been a fantastic, fantastic partner, and I would encourage my council colleagues to support this rezone. Thanks.
Vice President Wood.
I also wanted to comment just a minute on MySpace. This owner put over $1 million without any incentives from the city into that property. And if you've driven by there, you've seen the curb appeal, just the immaculate way that property is kept. And I think, I really applaud this business owner on how he's dealt with his properties. And again, as Councilmember Hussein said, out of his own pocket, places that are near him, he is paying to keep the grass cut where he could have been complaining to the property owners to take care of it. He's making sure it's done because he knows how it affects his property.
I walked down Martin Luther King as part of my morning walk today and walked past there and was just blown away at how nice it looked. And I'm glad this was up because I was going to mention it to you at the end of the meeting. He's done a fabulous job from landscaping to everything. It's a very professional establishment. It looks really good, and it makes that area look really good. And so I commend him for that, and say a big thank you because it does look very good. So,
and I don't think we need to sell this. I think it's going to pass. But I also want to make mention of the fact that this particular parcel, I mean, it's never going to. It won't be used for commercial. There's almost no visibility, no access, so it completely makes sense in terms of the rezone. Thanks.
Okay, with that. All those in favor? I'm sorry. My bad.
On adoption of the ordinance, Councilmember Brown Clark.
Yes.
Councilmember Dunbar.
Yes.
Councilmember Hussein. Yes. Councilmember Houghton.
Yes.
Councilmember Spitzley.
Yes.
Councilmember Washington.
Yes.
Councilmember Wood.
Yes.
Councilmember Yorko. 8 yeas, 0 nays. The ordinance is adopted.